Let's get to the migrant caravans still headed north towards our border. I keep saying that it's reminiscent of those long migrant lines that hit Europe just a couple of years ago. Steve Hilton's with us, former David Cameron strategy director, and he's the host of The Next Revolution. Steve, what's the lesson that we, Americans, which we could learn from what happened in Europe in 2015? Lessons, please.
Well, it's very simple, Stuart. Open borders are a disaster. Open borders happened in Europe in two ways. First of all, open borders is the official policy of the EU for the countries within the EU. That is literally what they mean by free movement of people. You can go between the countries wherever you want. But what Angela Merkel did a couple of years ago was also open the external border and say to the refugees fleeing not just violence and war in the Middle East, but also, frankly, poverty in the Middle East and in Africa, come to Europe, come to Germany, we'll take care of you. And then what happens, once you go in through the external border of the EU, you can move around wherever you want within the EU itself. And so you saw exactly the same thing happen as you're seeing now here, where you had people coming into Europe through one point of entry and then moving through those countries. I'm from Hungary. I was there with my family in a small town in Hungary where we're from when this was all happening. That place was being overrun as thousands and thousands and thousands of migrants were moving through on their way to Germany. It's been a disaster. I've got family members in Germany at the time. They were welcoming those people. They were proud of Angela Merkel for saying, come to Germany. They thought it was a great idea. They were going to prepare food and gifts and making these refugees feel comfortable. Now, 2 years on, I've just spoken to them, they think the whole thing's a disaster. The migrants are not integrating, they're not learning German, they can't get jobs, it's a huge burden on the economy and the society. The whole thing's been a disaster, and we've got to avoid it here by being tough.
But it is a direct parallel with what might happen here with these caravans and this, I mean, hundreds of thousands of people coming in. There is, you see, a direct parallel. The president does, by the way.
It's exactly the same. And by the way, it tells us something really important about the fact that our immigration policies were designed in a different era. Before you had this mass migration, which has been enabled by cheaper transportation, by social media and other methods where people can see what's going on elsewhere and think, I want a part of that, I want to move. It's all from a different era. We've got to rethink our whole immigration policies to meet this new challenge of migration. And number one is to have strong, tough borders, so there's no incentive. At the moment, our system is such a disaster, just like in Europe, that people can come here and think, you know what, I'm going to get to the border and then they're going to have to let me in, because they know that the system is overrun, that they'll be caught and then released because they can't, because the authorities can't cope with the numbers. So you've got to have that wall, and you've got to have proper, tough enforcement of the laws, and you've got to change the laws so that asylum seekers can't use their claims of asylum to cover up the fact that they're really coming, understandably, for a better life, for jobs and so on. That's great, but you can't have everyone in the world coming to do that.
I'm sure, I know you're familiar with all the arguments about social networks and privacy and data breaches and all the rest of it. We've got Tim Cook from Apple. He's pushing for new privacy laws for our social networks in America. It seems to me like they're ganging up. There's enormous pressure for reform of Facebook and Google and all the rest of it. I know you've got a Facebook connection, but do you think that this pressure, which really is building up here, is it going to have results? Are we going to rein him in?
No, not enough, I think, Stuart. Look, you're going to have some regulation. To me, what I've seen so far is, frankly, missing the point. It's kind of fiddly, and I don't think it's going to really change the fundamental business practices of these companies that rely on this as their revenue. You know, collecting the data and then selling it to others. That's the entire business. And plus, the other worrying thing about it is that you've got these companies that dominate their sectors so much. There's not enough competition. And that's why I think the answer to this is not just the kind of top-down regulation that we're seeing, but more fundamental structural change in those markets. So you get more competition. Then you can have services that actually offer people the kind of benefits they get from Facebook and others at the moment, but without the kind of revenue model that relies on selling their data. But I think when you've got the EU doing it and the federal government, it's bound to be a disaster. It's going to be too micromanaged. It's going to end up, I think, actually suiting those big companies who can cope with the new regulation, but it's not really going to help consumers.
Got it. Steve Hilton, always a pleasure. Come and see us again real soon, please, sir. We'll see you. Thanks.
See you soon, Stuart.
Yes, sir.